Hello, this is a Tiamat Group tutorial. Just wanted to kind of continue from where I left off in the first tutorial, but get a little bit more into groups because it's actually quite important because groups are very powerful as far as your organizing of scenes and things in the scenes. So just getting into it here. So again, I showed you create different groups and you can have groups of groups. Another thing you can do is you can create let's say I say all VROPs. You can create a group of VROPs. So paste that in there. So as you can see now, I can actually say in the sphere beauty layer, let's just say for some reason, I'm not really sure why you would want to do this, but if I wanted to, under groups, all VROPs, and I wanted to make them all into mats. Paste that in there. All VROPs mats. If I build all, and I go back in here, let's see what happened. We're on the cube layer. And I go to the VROP cubes. Wait, let's see which one were we on. Sorry, that was the sphere beauty layer. Gonna be on the right layer here. And sure enough, I created cubes into a mat, the ground into a mat, and the sphere into a mat. So again, very powerful because you can group together groups of different VROPs. You can group together groups of groups, which allows you to control a lot and very powerful things, and also to wildcarding. Another thing to consider too is when you have, like say this cube group, when you use a group and let's say it's part of a, like here, a top level group, and the cubes is saying cube group. If I go into, say, my cube beauty, let's get rid of this, and let's say my cubes group, I want to say primary visibility off on the actual objects. So paste that in there, build all, show you what Tiamat does for you, which is nice. So now if we go to the cube beauty layer, because that's the one that I did the cubes at PV0 off, and I go to my cube, this time we're not using the VROP. Again, primary visibility off, primary visibility off, primary visibility off on all three. When you have a top level group in Tiamat, when you tell this top level group to have something done to it, Tiamat will actually traverse the entire group all the way down and put this action or whatever you're telling it to do on every single member of the group, at least every single member of the group that it can. If you have a group member in here who does not actually have a primary visibility attribute, of course it will not do that. It will just continue moving on. But it will try to put it to set the primary visibility to everything that it can in the group for you. So what's nice is then you don't have to actually list all these cubes if they're in a major group, or if you, however you organize your scenes, you can just use the top group and Tiamat will traverse all the way down and take care of everything for you. So yeah, so super groups, and you can have groups of VROPs. You can also have groups of light selects if you'd like. For whatever reasons, you may want to have a group of light selects if you want to change some light select variables. It's not quite a whole lot in V-Ray, but I mean, if you ever wanted to change any of the, like a bunch of these all at once, you could do that. You could have a group of light selects and then tell it some sort of override that you want done to it. But yeah, that's a little bit more on groups there for you. Hope you enjoy Tiamat.